All right, so I wasn't incorrect. Let me pull this up. So what I had wrong here is this drum is a little bit different than a standard drum that would go in there. So the reason this plate here is different is because this drum has been replaced before, and the way it's set up and the way it stacks up is just like a factory drum, but you have to know something about transmissions. And if you follow the guy on YouTube, his name is Transmission Bench. He's like the most professional instructor when it comes to rebuilding transmissions ever. And I went back to the drawing board, I went back to his videos, I went back to part 2 of lesson 5 of rebuilding these. And what it is on the drum part where the band applies, this part gets the big end plate. And what I was doing wrong is, for one, I had the flat snap ring in the wrong drum. I needed the wavy snap ring like this one here. You can kind of see on an angle it's wavy right here. That belongs in this drum. And this drum gets 3 steels and 3 frictions. And the clearances I had wrong. I was listening to other people online, and that's not the clearances. The clearances for this drum is 95 thousandths to 165 thousandths. So this extra play that I was complaining about, thinking that it was wrong, is actually correct. When I measure these out, you go to the widest part of the snap ring. You find one of the wide parts, and right here I've got real nice light drag. Real nice. It's not heavy. I'm not forcing it. It's just real nice and easy. And what that equals is I've got a 16 thousandths, a 19 thousandths. That comes out to 35 thousandths. I've got a 20 thousandths, 55 thousandths, a 21, which comes out to 76 thousandths, and a 26. So 76 and 26, 86, 96. So about 102 thousandths, and spec is 95 to 165, and I'm right at 102. Real nice, light, even drag here. I'm not forcing it. It's just real nice. So I'm in spec with this drum. I was correct. I just had the wrong snap ring in there. I had them in the wrong order per se. So I keep saying I was right because I want to feel good. I wasn't necessarily right. I did make 1 or 2 mistakes that I had to readjust here. So Transmission Bench, phenomenal instructor, kind of like the transmission godfather, grandfather you never had. I appreciate you 1000%. Thank you for straightening me out on this. Thank you for making the videos that you've made. These videos have been out for years. I'm surprised the guy doesn't have more followers than what he does. Absolutely phenomenal, amazing, soft-spoken, well, step by step by step. And I went back to the drawing board, and as he was building it, I started building it. And I was like, wait a second, there we go, there it is. It all fell right in place. So I'm good here. This drum is good. I'm ready to soak these and put them back together. Now let's move over to, I think it's called the front, I forget what he called it exactly, the front part of this apply drum. Let's look here. In this part of the drum, it's a 1/4 inch plate. You have 4 frictions and you have 3 steels. You have a fulcrum plate on the bottom down here. This is your fulcrum plate. It's got a lip edge on it. And on the top you have your, I think what they would call, I don't know if it's necessarily called a pressure plate, but it's your thick plate. And I noticed that all the ones inside he replaced that were critical, but this one, even though it had a couple burn points on it, it's not that critical. As long as they're not tore up on the big thick end plate like this, you're fine. You can reuse it. So I'm good. I don't have any issues here. I went ahead and put this back together, and guess what? I've got just a little bit of play. It's a little bit on the tight side. The spec is 24 to 40 thousandths here. When he did his, he measured his at 30 thousandths. When I measure mine, I'm a little tight here. And I have no other way to go with this. So the only way that I could fix this issue on this drum would be I'd have to decrease the size of this end plate. And that's not going to happen. So there's 21, won't quite fit. This is a little tighter. Let's look at 19 thousandths. 19 thousandths wants to go, but it still doesn't quite fit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set the other. We're going to go ahead and get the clutches and stuff coated on the drum part that we know is right, and we'll come back to this part. So here we're going to pull these out. I've got my oil pan over here with fresh ATF4 in here. So 46RE, you've got your wavy spring here, your thinner wavy spring. It's not so solid, it's not straight. And then you've got your top thick plate. It's supposed to be a 1/4 inch, but this is closer to a 1/2 inch. And these are little spots that I was talking about. That's fine. And then you've got a friction, a steel, a friction, a steel, and a friction, and a steel. So inside this part of the drum, we've got 1, 2, 3 frictions, and 1, 2, 3 steels. 3 frictions and 3 steels is what we have. That's what we're supposed to have here. Now, what I'm going to do, this is all cleaned up and it's been prepped. We're going to go ahead and stack these back the way they go. You got 1 steel that goes in first. You got a friction that goes in, so let's dip that in the trans fluid. You've got another steel that goes in. Another friction. Another steel, another friction, and then you got your final end plate. I think they would call it like a pressure plate. I think that's what they call it. And now you've got your wavy ring. So you start one side of the wavy ring, and then you kind of kick the ring and move the back side down, pull it towards you, snap it in. So now your stack is set up, good to go. So we'll move this back off to the side. It's not important anymore. We're set there. Let's go back to this because we're on the tighter side here. So I want to pull this back apart and see maybe if I missed something or something's not quite set correctly that's taken up for this little bit of space that I got to make up for. So pocket screwdriver. And what I do here is I'll pull it towards me with my thumb on the top, and I'll pull up, rotate it around, and pull it out so I don't stress this too much. Now, let's get back inside this and see what we did wrong here, or maybe we're going to have to roll with it. No, Transmission Bench is his name. I watched Precision Transmission Cody, and I like it. He was just moving too fast for me, so I needed something a little slower, because sometimes I learn from people that go a little bit slower, and I found Transmission Bench. He goes very, very slow, very calm, very eloquent lighting and stuff. It was just perfect for me. Are we staying busy in the shop? No, not so much. The last couple days there's been like minimal work coming in. Luckily I had a door latch recall today, and you guys know the new law, HB 3940, that recall pays 3.7 hours to get all 4 doors done, the 18N03 door latch freezing, and I was able to clock like 5.5 hours on that because the new law states that recalls and warranty times will be upgraded from the time standard to 1.5. So I clocked in, I ran all my time, which you don't necessarily have to anymore, and then I went, after I clocked out, was done with the job, I wrote my labor up, I put 3.7 hours, and then right underneath it I put state labor 1.85, and I got an additional 1.85 hours because now warranty and recall work is 1.5 times what they were paying before in the state of Illinois. California has been doing it for a while, and they've been very successful for years for technicians to be compensated for all their time, so the manufacturers have to pay more. And now the state of Illinois this year has adopted the same law and put it into effect that in the state of Illinois, all manufacturers that sell vehicles or provide services in the state of Illinois will have to provide 1.5 times the old labor rate they paid or recall work. So even little small jobs that come in warranty-wise, something like door latches freezing, can pay for the majority of your day, so you're not going home without. All right, so let's go back to what we were doing here. I got sidetracked as I was talking. Your end plate, which is a 1/4 inch plate, pressure plate I should say, you got a friction, got a steel, got a friction, got a steel, got a friction, got a steel, and got a friction. Now what are we looking at in the bottom of this? This is your fulcrum plate in the bottom here. And as this piston moves up and down inside here, it pushes on this Bellevue spring underneath here that's held in by 2 different rings. On the top here you can see there's a metal wavy ring. This is a metal wavy ring that's in here. Underneath, it's a plastic ring. You have to be very careful when you install this plastic ring. So I took this all apart. I put all new seals and stuff in this center section. I put the Bellevue ring back in. I put the plastic in. There's a plastic black ring down here on the bottom. And then I put the wavy spring above it. And then you put your fulcrum plate in there. And make sure I got everything good here, because there is some give on the bottom of this. I wonder if I should just go ahead and continue to pull it apart some more to make sure I have everything seated in there correctly. And that's maybe the reason why it's taken up for some of the space. You guys think I should pull it apart? Go ahead and pull this bottom section apart to make sure everything's good. Let's do it. Let's just pull it apart. Maybe I don't have something quite seated the way it's supposed to be. I just trying to be careful down here because I don't want to mess up that plastic spring or that plastic this plastic lip down here. This, I want to break it. It just barely sits down in there. This plastic ring goes underneath that wavy snap ring. They sit like this. Like so. And then this Bellevue spring goes pointing down towards the drum. It goes with it being pushed down. Okay, so now that that's out of there, I can look at what is going on with this here. So try to figure out, maybe we just don't have these teeth quite seated in there like they're supposed to be. See, this is in really good shape, which makes me believe somebody's been in this transmission before, because this is all brand new with like no markings or anything on it. I don't know, maybe that's just not a wear item. So, and this here has all really nice crisp edges where it stops on that, and nothing's been chewing into this. So I'm really happy about that, because from watching Transmission Bench's YouTube channel, he said you'll find that the clutch, these let me try to pull one. He said once these start to wear and people are beating on the transmissions and they start to get a lot of wear and a lot of heat, what'll end up happening is you'll have to replace this front section, because as it's chattering back and forth and people are beating on it, it will start wearing these teeth right here, and as they start to wear, it'll actually slip up on this splined area and it'll start to chew into the spline section. But this is all like brand new and very, very crisp on here. It fits very tight, very nice. I'm not tight, but it fits very crisp. You see how I'm having to actually line it up properly, and it almost shows no wear at all where it's been slipping back and forth. You can see how the edges in here, they meet up real nice around that, so it's not all chewed up. So that's good. Now, so this is the piston that I lubricated and I put back in there. I put all brand new seals in it. I put an inner seal in there. Put some transmission fluid on it. You got to be careful of this seal inside here, because it'll start to try to bind up on you a little bit. You want to keep it to where twist it a little bit back and forth and make sure you're not binding it up so that seal seats in there all the way. I love that transmission guy, man. He's just so easy to listen to and watch. So this is all seated properly here. So I've got this section in. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, because there's not much to this, I'm going to take this and I'm going to put it back in the drum assembly the way I had it. Come on. Mate. Come on now. There we go. Just real nicely work it on here. So I'm up all the way against the stop. I can't go anymore. That's as far as that goes. I appreciate that, man. Thanks for the encouragement. So I can't, it's seated all the way. It's metal on metal. It won't go any more than what it's already gone. So I know that I didn't mess up there. So what I want to do now is I'm going to put my Bellevue spring back in here. I think that's what they call it, a Bellevue spring. I'm going to put it in. See ya. Oh wait, it's not. Yeah, it wasn't down all the way. So it's down all the way now. So I'll put my Bellevue spring in there now. And then very carefully put my plastic spacer. I think it's a type of spacer, and then my wavy ring. So this is a little tricky to get this in there. All right, I'll check it out, pup. So I'll try to work this and not damage that plastic ring, because that plastic ring, I don't have another one. Okay, that's in there. Just trying to work it around little bit by little bit without damaging that. That's in. That's in. So I think what my problem was is I didn't have this seated in here all the way before when I was working on this. So I'm gonna try to see if I can get this in here all the way. That's got to be what my problem was. This just wasn't in there all the way. Yeah, see, it's not. It takes some seating. I mean, I know you're not supposed to force it, but this is not like a thin, wavy ring. I mean, it's a thin, wavy ring, but it's got some tension to it. Alright, so I have that completely seated back in the channel where it goes. So that seems like that's good. Alright, so now I'll put my fulcrum plate back in there. I know it's called something else, but it's a fulcrum for how the piston applies, or how the Bellevue spring comes out after. So there, that was in there first. So this goes together this way. Now I'm going to slowly put it back together and hope that something is different, because I've done nothing wrong. I mean, I may be at liberty to go ahead and just put this together, because it does have about 16 thousandths clearance, but he did say in the video clearly it needs to have between 24 and 40 thousandths on this side of the drum, the direct drum, applied drum. So we're going to roll with it and hope for the best. So we've got a friction. I wonder if using the old steels from the other set, because this side didn't burn up on that other set, this was the tighter side. I wonder if I could use the older steels, and it would actually fit better, because they do have just a little bit of wear to them. A friction, a steel, a friction, so I've got 3 frictions and 2 steels. I need 4 frictions and 3 steels. A steel, here's a friction. Now we should be done. That's going to be tight. You don't really soak them, you dip them. So a lot of people say you can soak them, and a lot of transmission guys say there's no real need for that. If you just dip them in trans fluid before you build them, that's all you have to do. Soaking them doesn't really do that much, but as long as they go back together and they're coated with transmission fluid, they're not going to expand anyway. And whatever residual is in here, you're going to end up filling it up anyhow. I will actually dump fluid back in this case one more time before it's finalized and completely sealed up. There's no reason to soak them. Precision transmission, performance transmission, a lot of those guys they'll dip them and build, dip them and build, dip them and build, and they just roll. They don't soak them for a long period of time or any of that stuff. I've got some room, but I don't have very much. These are tight. These are really tight. I'm doing very good. Thank you. Let's see what I can get under there. I don't even know if I can get anything under there. It's just a little tight. I mean, you could still move everything. It's not super tight to the point where, you know, things can't be moved, but it's just not what spec is supposed to be. And if I wait a second here. Wait a second here. I'm gonna pop this spring off of here. want to see. I want to see how much different. See these, the ones that came out of there, they had like almost no wear to them at all. They're like new. And even the frictions that came out of this section didn't have all the burned up marks like the drum did. And you can see how the material is different. See, this is a different type of material, and it's thicker than Hi boss, how are you? I have a 2017 F-150 3.5 NA, 68,000 miles. When should I do a transmission fluid change? Now. Do it now. $1.59, and these are yeah, see, I had a feeling that these show like no wear, and it's a different material, and these are, let's see here, yeah, really, just like Jason said, should have been a while ago. 1.47 millimeters, 1.49, 1.46, 1.49. So these are the ones that came out of it, and it was really nice the way it sit. I can do that just by measuring the plates, and I don't have to stack the whole stack. .73 to 1.76. The old steels . 1.63. See, that's what I'm finding, is the new frictions are 10 millimeter bigger than the factory ones, and the new steels are 10 millimeter thicker than the factory ones. Those frictions you are measuring are for the other drum. I don't understand how they're for the other drum when I just watched the guy building them use these in this side and use those in the other side. Yeah, that's what I mean, 0.1 millimeter. Sorry. I mean, I have the video up right now on my laptop of the transmission builder building them. What's going on, man? Well, I'm kind of confused now. If Sherry's telling me I have them in the wrong side, then I don't understand what I'm supposed to do. I mean, this is confusing. It throws a wrench into the whole thing. I literally have the video up right now on my laptop, and it shows the gentleman putting the tan colored ones in the drum side, and then on the direct side here with the piston in the front, it shows him putting the green colored ones. They're both ribbed, though. The master rebuild kit came with two. Look, let me show you real quick. I'm not saying you're wrong by any means, by all means. If you're right, you're right. But now I have one that's completely set up, watching this transmission builder, and you're kind of throwing a wrench into it here, and I appreciate that, but I want it to be worth it. I want you to be right. I don't want you to say it just on an impulse that I don't want to have to keep going back and redoing the work over and over again. So these here is the old pack that came out of there. No, I don't have a factory service manual, guys. I'm not a Dodge guy. So, fuck, man. Now I'm gonna have to go back and rip the shit back out again. Fuck. Well, when somebody's telling you they've been a transmission builder for 20 years, you need to listen. I mean, fuck, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just going step by step, learning as I'm going. But I got the drum set now and perfect right where it needs to be based on the video I was watching of the transmission builder building a 46RE. And who's this, sir? Fernando? Hey, that's one of my moderators right there. Relax. Please don't come at him sideways like that. That is... Alright, get rid of this motherfucker, man. Hey, get rid of this Fernando guy. Boot him off the page. I ain't trying to listen to some old fucking hag bitch like him. So I've got, I just don't want nobody messing with you guys, man. You guys don't ask for this kind of treatment. So here's the ones I have. This is the one that came in the Master Rebuild kit, Sherry. I got this side following the instructions that I followed with the guy that was on there. This is what they gave you. So if you're talking about smooth, this ain't smooth. And if you're talking about smooth here, this ain't smooth. And these are the ones that they give you for the drums. So that's what you get with the new kit. I don't understand where it's falling apart here. I see you, man. Peter, guys, if you're just tuning in, please, we don't have a parts guy here. No, it's a 46RE. Says right on it. You guys are going to drive me insane today. I just measured these on here, and I told you, yes, they are. So 1.56 millimeter. Smooth ones 1.47 millimeter. Now while we're at it, fuck it, may as well show you guys where I'm getting the information from, so I can't be accused of just making shit up. Where's Sherry at? Get Sherry back in here. I need that expert Sherry back in here. Where's she at? I mean drive by. Okay, so what are we talking about here? You're being awfully quiet now, and I need you now. I need you now more than I've ever needed you. So if you're gonna show me something here. All right, look. Enclave the forward clutch 24 to 40 thousandths. Now, the guy's building the forward clutch. Those are smooth plates. They only have one slit, one slit, one slit, one slit, and one slit. So those plates that I pulled out of that section are what belong in that section. Let me turn the volume down so I don't get demonetized. So essentially, my plates for my drum are right, but the plates for that front section don't look like they are right. It looks like I need to put the factory plates back in there because they don't show anywhere. Or frictions, I should say. Alright, so let's watch transmission bench. He says, alright, we have 4 of these frictions. And we're going to go ahead and we're just going to dip them in there and then stack them. I'm confused. Didn't you just say don't use the frictions and now you're saying use them? I don't get this. We're just gonna roll. I don't get this. So he has the same ones that I have right here. And he stacks them the same exact way. Alright, we're rolling. We got it. We're good. Let's do it to it, baby. Alright, so this kit, I think whoever said that is absolutely right. This is probably for a 48 RE. Or it's a master rebuild kit for several, but it ain't gonna work with this one. So these here, I'm just frustrated. I'm not frustrated with you or mad at you. I'm just frustrated. You got to understand my frustration. I open up to you guys and I let you see the emotion and everything. I want to get this done, but I also don't want to. So these obviously won't fit that front section. I got to put back together what I had. So this needs to go back. And then the wavy ring needs to go back in here. Well, we can look at all that stuff when we're done here, because we're going back together, baby. We ain't got time to wait. Alright, well, let me dip this first. So, that goes in. Then a steel goes in. Then a friction goes in. Then a steel goes in. Then a friction. Then a steel. I want to and then one more friction. Good night, Bob. Love you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Thank you as always. So those ain't gonna go here. And this ain't gonna go here. This ain't gonna go here. I think I did too many. No, I didn't. I'm good. I'm good. I'm overthinking this. And then you want the bevel part. I think you want the bevel part up. I think it's got a bevel in it. Yeah. You want the bevel part. Hey, probably right on the money now. Yep, I got the bevel right here facing me. There we go. Right on the money, baby. 26 thousandths. Right on the damn money. So those frictions can't be very wore out because they're right on the damn money. I knew they looked new because there's no wear to them. Light drag. We good, baby. We bottle popping. Oh yeah. All right. Now we can just throw all this stuff away. Ain't no good. Perfecto. Now, what are we going to do now? Should we call it tonight and do a little bit tomorrow? Or do we want to get the case and install the billet accumulators in there? Well, I got one keep going, so that's good enough for me. Keep going. Burning that oil. You can shut it off. You can shut it off. Bingo. Bing bong. Fuck my life. I say bing bong. Bing bong, fuck your life. Now this sucker's in here pretty good. I put a factory low reverse accumulator back in here, but I was kind of hesitant, and I was like, you know what? I actually want to get a billet one from. I think I ordered it from. I ordered it from Transmission Bench. I don't know. You. You. Oh shit. That's in there pretty good. All right. You bitch. Well, that wouldn't have been good anyway. That seal kind of folded right at the edge just a little bit. A good thing I pulled that son of a bitch out. Oh, I see what it did. It turned under a little. Huh. No, just leave it all on. I'll turn it off. Ah. I see. That lip folded right there on the edge just a hair. Good thing I'm changing that shit. Alright, let me show you what I got. I have a nice one for you. So I'm replacing the factory, I think it's the 1-2 servo, they call it. It's plastic, it's shit. They say it bleeds off a lot. I'm replacing it with a billet one. I just have to remember how the shit goes back in there. I think that goes there, and then some shit like this. But then you got to put the valve body on, so it's not even worth putting this in there right now, I don't think. Well, you could, but you have to...
Later, brother.
See you, man. Something like some shit like this. I think it goes like... Ooh, that's nice. Man, that's a Lamborghini panel wagon right there. What is this? Oh, that was that spring. That's that upgraded spring I just put in there. And then here is the new... Here's the new low reverse. Look at the factory one, how cheap and flimsy it is. Look at the new one, how beefy it is. Now to try to figure out how to install this shit. Look at the seal. The seal is even better. I wonder if that seal goes like that, with bevel up or bevel down. It should go like that, right? Because here's the bottom part. No. How the hell? Oh, it goes like that, and then it goes like, damn, you gotta go. Ah, I see, said the blind man. So I gotta take this snap ring off of here and transfer it. Shit. I'm about to fuck this up. Come on. Come on. All right. Time to do some sketchy shit. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. I don't have a small enough pair of pliers to get this freaking clip off of here, so I had to modify the ones that I had. Just a little bit smaller. Okay. And come on, you fuck. Your mother's a whore. Fuck. My modification is not working so well. It's fighting the hell out of me. Son of a bitch. I'm gonna have to give up. I fail. Oh. Did I get it? Uh-oh. I think I got it. Ay, 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 ay. Come on, you dick. This is a fucking tiny snap ring, man. Itty bitty tiny thing. Fuck, man. don't have anything small enough to go into this tiny bastard. So I'm gonna make it. Okay. Gotta make it, you gotta make it, right? Chasing that instant gratification. Fuck, I had the bastard just now, and it popped right back off. Fuck this.
Motherfucker.
Got part of it. All right, where the hell did you go? I knew it was gonna fly. I ain't never gonna find that bastard now. Jesus. Fuck. Watch, I'm on. Bing, 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 bing. Stupid fucker. Didn't win. Didn't win yet. Did not win yet. Not yet. Watch this one go flying too. Fuck.
son of a bitch. Yeah. Got a little bit more of a bite now. This will be a little bit small. motherfucker. Hey, 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 hey. It's coming. dick. Fuck. Send that fucker. I curled the ear. The spring itself is good, but the damn ear right here, it ain't sitting the way I want it. Fucker. There it goes. There it goes. Sit flat, damn it. Sit flat. There. There. Huh? What are we doing here? What are we reading in Sherry? Yep, that was it. The vice was my friend. Fucking took forever because I don't have this little tiny bastard. I don't work with anything this small. The fucking thing. Good night, Sherry. What the hell, this thing kicked me off and then brought me right back. Bing bong. got a Teflon ring. You got to get that ring seated, or you got to get it to stay in there and hold it at the same time, like you need a like a piston tool. Yeah, it probably will because it's loose. So I'm going to. You guys see from over here? Probably can't see from over here. Will it rotate and go? Will it rotate and go? It will rotate and go. I'm going to leave this on the charger for a second. I'm going to try to get that seated. If I get that piston seated right now, I'll come back and check in with you guys. And then, ouch, sorry. I don't think I got the seal on there right. Actually, I think it's wrong. I think the seal is supposed to go. I think it's supposed to go with a tapered end down, and the flare up. Yeah. Fucking hell, man. It's aftermarket stuff. Yeah, it fits better that way. That shit ain't it either. I don't know why this. I might have to take a little emery cloth. Clean out that hole a little bit from where that thing broke, busted apart, you know. Wait a second. I think I got. Where's the box at? There's a box right here that I had. Okay, so maybe this is it. Maybe this is it? Because it's fitting back in that groove and the flare is up towards the piston. I'm thinking maybe that's it. Yeah, maybe that's it. Good thing that fucker's billet. I dropped it and it busted the concrete. It didn't even break the piston. It did put a little bit of a burr right there. I can't get the piston to pass by the top of the land where it goes down. It's like the seal, it's stopping the seal from passing. It's fucking aggravating. don't know how the damn seal's supposed to go in there. It won't pass by the top where the snap ring and everything goes in. I'm sure it's the right way because it's got the fat side of the seal going into the groove. Look this shit up. Oh, here. There's what the fuck this thing is. Yeah, but it don't show you the seal on it. 46 RE low reverse accumulator. There's this side here, this side here, and this side here, but this is an aftermarket one. The factory one don't look like this. It's much more dainty than this. And the only way the seal fits in here snug is if you take it on this long side and let it sit inside the groove so it can actually hold it with the tapered end going up. I would think that you would want that so I could flip it around the other way and see. Maybe it'll pass then. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out the orientation of the way it's supposed to go. Here, it's called Superior. Shift Technology Products. Super Servo, Reverse Servo. Fits 46 REs, A518 Super Billet Servo Low Reverse 46 RH Dodge 727-58 Reverse Servo. I mean, I'll flip it around and try it. I don't have... I don't see how it would go in the hole, like transition through that rough spot if it's flipped the other way. You know, there's no transition. You talking about like this? Because now the umbrella is facing down, so when you go to put the push it in, it's gonna fold back. It's gonna fold the lip back away, or flip it the other way. 46 RE. Case down here. Let me see how the one I pulled out of there looks like. I'll go back to my other video. I'll turn the sound down so you guys don't have to listen to my voice twice. Let's see here. Where are we at? Where's the BG cleaning video? No, not the BG one. Oh, it was my live. Was it one of my lives? So it was one of my lives. I think I actually flipped the servo around in one of my lives and showed everybody what it looked like. And this shit is stressful, man, when you're not familiar with something and you're kind of trying to roll with it. Come on, skip the ad. Nobody trying to watch that? Or are we? Doing great. Doing great. I'm sucking right now. Except I'm working on my own stuff. And I realize that if I don't get it done, it ain't gonna get done. I keep making excuses why other stuff is coming first and blah, blah, blah. I just gotta get it. I gotta do it. I know I had a picture of the thing in my video. Why the hell didn't I go back to my video? I have a video of how everything was laid out, and I didn't even think to go back and look at my video on those forward assembly. Alright, there's the forward assembly. Okay. Alright. Come on, dude. Get on with it. Talking too much. Man, this dude likes to talk a lot. Ay, ay, ay. I'm fast forwarding through the video. I know I'm gonna miss it if I go too fast. This has got to be it right here. All right. All right. Dude, I can't find where that image is. Okay. It's got to be right here somewhere because this is where I'm pointing at the low reverse. Dude, I can't. I need to just give up and go home. Pointing at the pin. Fucking with the phone. Tapping out the pin that's holding the band in. Pull the low reverse out. Come on, man. Alright, here I am, here I am. Getting an image from me talking about it right now. There it is. Looks like I had it the right way. The taper goes up. No. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, so it does go down. You're right, it does go down. The umbrella faces down. What the fuck? Why would they do that? It makes it look like, see how I've got the taper going down here instead of up, like you would think would make sense. I'm watching the video of me pulling it out of the transmission right now, the original one instead of this aftermarket one, and it makes it sit like this, like the umbrella part faces down, or what would you call it, taper part. Like this. It's weird. fucking thing just won't go in.
Good, good.
Good, how are you?
Good.
I don't know what the hell to do. I can't get the freaking thing to, and I don't want to rip the damn seal. The seal is what's holding it. Well, it's got two rings. It's got a rubber ring and there's a Teflon ring or some kind of metal ring. See, it's got this ring here, this metal ring. It fits better up on the top part right here, perfectly. It meets just like it's supposed to. Well, I've got the damn thing on the bench now. I can't call it a night now. There ain't no way. I don't know if you're supposed to use both or... So there's a 46 RE billet. Billet install. Great product. Dodge Ram 727 518 48 hours 48 RE HD billet. '46 RE Dodge Ram low reverse billet accumulator. Fucking villain. See if anybody's got a video. Okay, low reverse installation. Alright, the 727 looks exactly the same as mine. The 727 transmission looks identical to my transmission. Yeah, that guy didn't show shit. Alright, let's look at transmission bench. Alright. Okay, so pull. I'm watching old transmission bench. He's about to pull one out right now. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how it goes back in there, because the way I have it, the way the seal supposedly goes is with the umbrella facing down. And I can't get it to pass by the snap ring area. It gets jammed up and I don't want to rip the seal. There he is. He's pulling it out right here. He pulls the hold piston, or that hold pin. And I need a damn cigarette for this, and I don't even smoke. This shit is frustrating. I see him pulling it out right now, so I think he'll show it. And this one is 46RE class, part 1, lesson 3. He's pulling the assembly apart. And it's at the end of the video. Alright, I see him. I'm at minute mark 27:57. He's taking the snap ring out. Alright, it's loose. Took the big spring out on top of it. Alright, he's got that. Uh-oh, go back. I can't see the way the damn thing is facing. Looks like the umbrella faces down. Which one did you say again? What lesson was it? Video part 2, lesson 4. Let me see if I can screenshot that and get a better look and see what it is. Shit all over my hand, got it all over my phone now. Go back again, see what you got, what you said. Part 2, lesson 4. Alright, let's go look for it. videos part 2 lesson 4. All right. Alright then. Come get your boy. Yep, faces down.
Install it onto the piston with the lip flaring away from the wide support area.
Yep, that's it. You called it. It says it needs to be facing down. All right, let me try it. All right, facing away. It's facing towards the bottom. Let me show you what I'm working with so you guys get an idea on what the hell is going on here. It'll start to go in, and then I can't get it to move anymore. See, if I press on it, it looks like it's ready to go. It looks like it's ready to just pop in. But I don't want to rip that seal. See how it... The bottom ring is the seal. The top ring is the Teflon piece. I have the right installation tool over there for it. It's a plastic thing so it doesn't damage the piston, but you use it on Fords, you don't... Let me get it. It's in. And it was a motherfucker to get in. And it's moving freely. But it's not super loose. Fuck, man, that was bing bong, fuck my life situation. blaming you, hippie. I think I can pressure check that on this port right here. So the new billet one has a sleeve that goes down inside the hole to keep it centered. See if I can turn it a little bit. So this here, you have overlapping piston rings. You have the top of your servo, center of your servo with a snap ring in the center of it with a seal there. There's a seal here, and then there's this sleeve here that slides over it. And then this assembly very nicely
Fuck. Bing bong. Go. Nice and easy. Yo. Yo, yo. Yo, yo. So what I'm gathering is that lower section goes in there. Supposed to be a spring for the knockdown servo.
stay down there in the bottom. And then, so that's in there, the snap rings are in there, the pin's coming up through it. There's supposed to be a little spring and a big spring. Little spring and a big spring. Okay, so the little spring is okay, so there's the big spring. And there's the little spring at. Yes, I'm still streaming. I'm looking for a spring right now. I don't know where the hell I put it. Box, and it was in here. The fucking spring was in this little box. spring is brand new. I'm probably gonna have to have the trans guy help me with this one tomorrow, because this one's gonna kick my ass. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for the trans guy on that one tomorrow. I ain't gonna be able to get. I gotta be able to get past this spring tension here on this to get this to push down inside that hole all the way. And I ain't gonna be able to do that by myself. I'm gonna have somebody here with me to do that, because I'm gonna end up knocking my damn self out trying to get that thing back in there. This one was really hard to get apart anyway, so I'm gonna leave that there. And I'm gonna go ahead and adjust this band up for this rear drum real quick. I could, but all my C-clamps are at my actual hobby shop. Lay this down. I'd been wanting to be a mechanic since I was a kid, man. It's just something I've always wanted to do. I was told the best way to do this, I don't know, is either be a truck driver or be a mechanic. That's what I always wanted. Is take all the slack out of this. I don't know if it's true or not. Take all the slack out and then back it off like a half a turn. And then that drum is free now. I don't know if you guys do the same thing where it has just a little bit of play. But I watched a guy on there and he said just go ahead and run it in until your band doesn't move anymore and you have no play in that arm. Right there I have no more play, and then if I go a half turn with this collar down here, that would be right there, and I would snug that nut up. And that drum has a little bit of play to it. I don't know if it's supposed to have. Maybe just back it off a hair more. I'm working on my own stuff. Well, I mean, there ain't nothing else I can do tonight, really. I gotta wait to have the trans guy put his hands on this with me tomorrow. And then, I'm gonna start putting it together, to be honest with you. I did buy rebuilt. I bought a rebuilt just in case this all fell apart. You know, I knew that I was capable, but I didn't know what I would get myself into. I'm happy I did because I learned a lot from you guys. I've learned a lot, you know, about the Chrysler transmission, a lot of the Chrysler techs. Finding transmission bench was a godsend. I'm glad I did it. The reason I'm glad I did it, it's an expensive learning lesson for me. It's better than any kind of school I could have ever went to sit down and learn something. I'm learning hands-on right now, and this to me is more important than anything. This means more to me than any type of learning, is being able to put my hands on something, tear it apart, get frustrated, get mad, lose money. It's the best type of learning. And do I want to always be frustrated when I'm doing stuff like this? No, I don't. But when you're not familiar with something and you have the will and the drive to take on something that you know you may screw up. I knew that I may eat $700 worth of parts going into this transmission. I knew that going into this that I could possibly start this thing up for the first time and destroy the transmission and be a complete failure. But I learned a hell of a lot through the process of doing this, and I would have never taken on this opportunity to do this if it hadn't been my own vehicle. Now, to be honest with you, maybe after doing a couple of these, I wouldn't hesitate to pull somebody's transmission and rebuild it. The more I learn, the more I practice it on my own stuff. You know, if it was a buddy or a family member or something like that, and I wanted to take on a little extra task, I would absolutely love to continue to do this type of stuff. This is really good education. This is really good work. This is hard work. This is more work than I've ever realized, but yet at the same time very fulfilling as you're going through the process doing it. So I'm happy with my decision. You know, I bought a $2,500 transmission that's sitting in the back with a 3-year warranty from Morrison Automotive out in Wisconsin, an American company that rebuilt another transmission, and it's got a 3-year warranty. So not only did I support another American company, another transmission shop, somebody else in the trade, I've got a 3-year warranty with it. It's ready to go. And I've got this one being built right now, hoping that everything continues to go together as planned, and it'll be stronger than the one that I ordered. And if I wanted to, I could turn around and sell the one that I ordered that's, you know, a brand new reman. And I keep the one I got. Yeah, I know precision transmission is, but I found somebody that fits me a little bit more than precision transmission is. I love his videos, and I learn a lot from his videos. But the thing that is good for me is somebody that speaks very clearly, that doesn't have a lot of distraction and stuff in the room. I don't know how people watch my videos. I don't know how people get through my videos with all the noises and banging and everything else going on. When I'm completely 100% focused in on a video wanting to learn from somebody, it annoys the living hell out of me when there's so much noise and distraction everywhere else. I really want to learn. So I find people that don't have other things going on, that they are there dedicated 100% to teaching you in that perfect type of atmosphere. And transmission bench, it's quiet. The lighting's correct. He speaks very clear, very concise, step by step by step. You cannot fail following that guy. So that's why I really enjoy watching transmission bench on transmissions. He is above and beyond probably one of the best people I've seen do this. And I hope one day he sees this video. I hope one day he gets to see the appreciation that I have for him. So yeah, precision transmission is great. I learned a lot from him. But when it comes down to me sitting down and really learning and working through that frustration, I just like, you know what I like. Transmission bench is my go-to now. I mean, he's got all the transmissions that I'm interested in his library, and that's the ones that I want to learn from. This was an experience for me. You know, this was it's a good transmission to learn on. You know, I think about the videos I put out, and I say more power to the people that are able to put up with all the distractions and the loud noises and the banging and the screaming and everything else. I would probably be one of those people that would not watch my video if I was on the other end, just because I can't help it. I wouldn't watch my videos, and it's not because of the content, it's because I don't like all of the crazy noises and stuff going on. When I'm really tuned into the people that are watching right now are the people that actually care about me. The people that are watching right now are the people that have been following me for a long time, that actually care about watching me grow and get better and continue to contribute to this community. That's the people that are watching right now. The same people all the time that are supporting me. There's a good 50 to 100 people that are solid supporters here all the time. Out of all the people I have here, I could say there's probably a good close to 100 people that actually really care. And then there's the other people that find it entertaining and they get some information and stuff like that. And then the biggest majority of the people are like, whatever. You know, it's something to do, something to watch. Watching some Yahoo do stuff that they're never gonna probably do. But I like learning from you guys, you know, like I went into this. I get frustrated, I get emotional. Sherry was teaching us something. You guys were teaching us something. You know, Preston was teaching us something. everybody's teaching us something here. You know, there's a lot to learn in these. I appreciate that, Robert. I really do. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. There's a lot to learn when we're all on here together, just doing stuff. You know, there's quite a bit to learn. And just watching some Yahoo putz his way through life, one vlog at a time. You know, it's kind of crazy. A year ago, I would have never seen myself where I am now. 2 years ago, I would have never even guessed that I would be where I am now. You know, I let my health go for the sake of my job, my career, and everything else, and now I'm ready to start slowing down with some of this so I can get back to my health. I've gained 16 pounds in the last 6 months because of stress and work and just overworking myself, not getting any sleep. My body doesn't like what I'm doing. And then I had the hernia the whole entire time, and I was kind of keeping that hidden from everybody. You know, now I'm over the hernia, now I'm over the damn eye surgery and stuff like that, and there's a lot of stuff that I was dealing with that nobody knew that I was hiding until I dealt with it myself without making it everybody else's problem. I didn't want people's sympathy. I didn't want people to, you know, I didn't tell anybody what was going on until it was time to actually get it taken care of. So now it's time for me to change the rest of the stuff about myself, my health, my eating habits, my weight. I got to focus on all that. It's something I'm at that point in my life right now where that's where I'm at now. My health right now actually should be my number one focus. It shouldn't be these videos. It shouldn't be work. It shouldn't be making money. It shouldn't be buying a new house. It should be my health. But I convinced myself that work and money and looking at new homes to provide for my family and stuff is where I should be focusing, and that's not necessarily where I should be focusing. I should be focusing on being active, eating better, caring about my health. Probably a really good job, Jake. I hear a lot of good stuff about working for the post office. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I hear it's a really good job, like a job you would work for the rest of your life, you know? Oh. My problem is my fuse is getting shorter. I don't care if I hurt people's feelings. I don't care if people spam, you know, my email. I don't care if people say nasty things to me. I'm getting to the point where I don't care if people threaten me. I'm getting to the point where I could care less if, you know, they want to play games and threaten to call the employer and all this other stuff. I'm to the point where none of that stuff bothers me anymore. I'm like, fuck you. I don't give a fuck. You know, some guy today said something stupid. He said something really ignorant to me or whatever, and it was, at first I looked at it and I was like, you're a bitch. Fuck off. And I got off. Normally I wouldn't say stuff like that. I would never talk to people like that. But now I'm to the point where there's like, the channel is growing so much, where there's so many trolls on here. I'm like, I say stupid stuff now and I don't even really care. And it's because I'm being burnt out by so many idiots showing up as the channel grows. And it's stuff I don't want to do, but I sometimes just react. Yeah, you should have been floating down the river in a napkin. I just stupid stuff that, you know, I'm tired of being nice. I'm tired of just blocking people. I want people to know, hey, you know, your mother's a whore. You know, it is what it is. You know, you can only live once. I used to be nice. Can't be nice anymore. I feel bad. One of my coworkers came in tonight, and he brought his Ford Taurus show in, and he said, "Hey, I've got this popping sound coming from the suspension whenever I shake the wheel back and forth. It's kind of got like a little tipper tap." So I go take it for a test drive after I got done with the subscriber. Actually brought his truck in today for me to do the door latch freezing recall, and I went through and I did the Rich special. I hooked him up. I mean, I really did a good clean job. I went above and beyond to really make sure that he was taken care of. And then afterwards, there was another car after it, like a 15 Taurus show. It's a coworker's car, and unfortunately, he thought that his warranty, that good night. He thought his warranty, when it started at 13,000 miles, continued until 60,000 miles past that. But he didn't realize that the warranty was actually wrote up. It said 60,000 miles was the limit. So he thought he still had, 13,000 more miles before his warranty expired. So he brings it in 66,000 miles. He's got a tapping coming from the suspension. I get it up in the air. I'm grabbing the wheel. I'm shaking it back and forth. I said, it's not an outer tie rod. I grab the inner tie rod and it's right at the damn joint. Tap, 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 tap. Every time you move the steering wheel, I was like, damn, dude. I was like, you got two different problems going on here. That top bearing underneath that umbrella where the sector shaft goes down into the steering rack, that bearing, I can grab the top of that rack and it's actually starting to grunt, and you can feel flat spots through the metal where it's turning inside that rack. It's hitting those flat spots, and it's making that grunting sound whenever you turn. And I think he kind of doubted me a little bit, not completely, because he does trust me, but he was like, what are you talking about? And I was like, come over here and grab this tire. Put some gloves on and grab this tire right here and work it back and forth for me. And while you're doing it, I'm going to spray the top of that little umbrella that goes over the steering rack with some WD-40, and let's see if that sound goes away. Sure enough, I shot it up there with that WD-40 right where that sector shaft goes in, that little nub that goes into the E-pass. Sound went away. So you believe me now? And he said, yeah, fuck, man. He said, that sucks. It's like a $1,400 rack. I said, it's not a $1,400 rack. It's a $1,700 rack. And there's only 4 of them in stock anywhere in the nation right now. And locally, we have 4 of them. Well, that we could get in a timely manner. And it's $1,700, and I ran your base number on that vehicle, and it is not covered. I said, what are you talking about? This is not covered, dude. It says no coverage found on active contracts and no coverage found on the vehicle warranty, like regular warranty, bumper to bumper or powertrain. Any of that stuff, nothing's covered. You're out. You only have emissions warranty left, and that's it. 8 years, 80. And he was like, fuck. Well, guess it's not that bad. Go ahead and put it back on the ground and give me my vehicle back. And I'm like, what? I can see wanting to get more out of it because that is expensive. But just the fact that he was like, oh, it's okay. Just give me my vehicle back. Okay. No problem, bro. What a weird reaction after he was going to get emotional and then was like, okay, just give it back. It's fine. I asked him, I said, what are you going to do with it then? If that's the case, what are you going to do with the vehicle? Are you going to fix it? Are you going to take it to somebody else? You know a guy? You know what knowing a guy gets you, right? And he was like, no, I'm not going to do any of that. I want a new vehicle anyway, so I'll probably just trade the damn thing in the way it is right now. Yep. I'll got it, trade it in. And it's not like he didn't have money. He has money. He's actually a hard worker. He puts his money away. He's a good guy. He's very smart with his money. But he just realizes vehicle 6 years old, 66,000 miles or something like that. $1,700 rack, 4 or 5 hours labor going into it. Probably take that money and put it down on a new vehicle and run it another 70, 80,000 miles before trading it in. Too bad he don't own a Lincoln Town Car. Anyway, it's time. I'm gonna get off of here. I bid you guys a beautiful, long, deep sleep night, to the point where you don't even want to get up in the morning because you feel so damn good. And appreciate you hanging out with me, and all the shenanigans with the transmission and helping out. Hippie, Trouble, Preston, Sherry, Sheila, Chris, Paul, Robert. Like, feel like I'm singing the Mambo #5 song. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody in the club, come on, let's ride to the liquor store around the corner. The boys say they want some gin and juice, but I really don't want none. Thank you for the super chats tonight, guys, as well. Appreciate y'all. Good night. I'll wait for people to stop saying good night, and then I'll click off. And there's 36 people on here. We need to be saying 36 good nights to everybody. This is family, man. Come on, y'all. There we go. There's some more, y'all. 33. Say good night, because you're gonna love me. You're gonna love us. Let's go, come on. There we go, there we go. Hippie, I still need your address. No. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. I promise y'all, it ain't always gonna be so scatterbrained when we do the lives. There's 32 people here, and there's not 32 good nights. Man, get this damn Russian hacker out of here. Sing more, please. Damn, man. Y'all crazy with the super chats, man. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Look a brother up. Say, I will sing. I will sing for money. Brody said, okay, sing, sucker. Dance. We still don't have 31 likes. I told y'all I'm gonna get off of here. Everybody needs to say good night. Not 31 likes, but everybody needs to say good night. We got 31 more people. There's a couple people that did say good night. Y'all need to say good night. That's what families do. Say good night. I'm tired, man. My eyes are burning. And you ask these people, I'll stay here until y'all say good night. Say good night. Say goodnight, I'm going to start singing a song. If you don't want to hear me sing, say goodnight. There we go. Jake, you're going to have to say goodnight, man. That's just what we do. We have to say goodnight. Little air hugs, bro hugs. All right, I'm getting out of here. I just messing with y'all. I ain't gonna stay till 2080. You say goodnight. You ain't gonna say goodnight anyway. I love you anyway. See y'all tomorrow. Be blessed.